Hello, collective. How is everybody today? I hope you guys are all doing awesome. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I love you guys. We're here today to do a reading of Creator's View, and I'm really excited about it and see where this is going to take us. Meanwhile, I hope everybody has. Had a wonderful week. It's the end of June. Tomorrow's the 1st of July. And, it's going to be celebration time for a lot of people and vacations, right? Celebrations, vacations, all kinds of wonderful things going on. Today is Sunday, June 30th. And yesterday, Saturn went retrograde, and so we're getting ready after this wonderful space and time to begin working on tasks of old, cleaning up the old things so that we can move forward into new things. The moon is in Taurus and Aries, so we got some earth and fire. There was the sun too. Okay. I love you guys. I've kind of been out in the garden for days. Wow. We got Pluto. Again, Sagittarius, fire, 11. Aiming for the depths of our soul, right? For that higher vibration. That's what we're going for, that higher vibration. Yeah, 11. 11. So I don't really exactly know where we're going. I have some thoughts about our reflections and how those of us who are walking in the light are kind of affecting the collective, which I didn't really realize until just here lately. Wow. There, Mars, Aries. Yeah, Mars, right? Ruler of Aries, red planet Mars, fire. Yeah, fire. And it is in, the moon is in Aries, moving into Taurus right now. The sun has moved from Gemini into Cancer. And so, but the moon is moving from, um, from Aries into Taurus. I'm sorry, I got myself confused. So, the dark earth represents the dark horse, right? The dark horse is represented by pentacles, the earth, material things, right? So this reminds me of the Knight of Pentacles, working hard with fire. We got the Aries, and then we also had an earth sign, right? Yes, Taurus. And working for the universe. So many of you out there are light workers that have come here from the star systems and the galaxies, right? Other places and other times and other dimensions. And we are here to bring just the light, to kind of lighten things up a little bit. There's always got to be a little darkness within us, or we would float away and dissipate in vapor, right? The darkness is our skin. The darkness is our material flesh is literally made out of dark matter. And so we got to have a little darkness in order to be grounded so that we can really work on lighting up the light. This is also looking like a reflection, right? Kind of like, how does light reflect dark and dark reflect light, though? Wow, that's something I would really, really have to, good gracious. But if the light don't reach to a certain place, right? If it, like they say, the event horizon, the light can only go so far, and after that is darkness. I don't mean that it's evil. It just means we don't know. And what we don't know can sometimes feel evil. What we don't understand can be very, very scary, right? Right. And let's see here. Today I pulled this card this morning, okay? And it was such an archetype that represented us today that I did not want to put it back. I wanted to share it into the collective reading. The One. And I want to read it out of the book, and then I'm going to put my feelings into it, what it felt that it meant to me. And then, of course, I welcome any comments. There it is, number 30. The One. Non-duality. One love. Unus mundi. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited, very limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. Now, I want to correct that. It used to be limited until YouTube. And now with YouTube and tarot card readers and channeling and things like that, it is not limited at all. Because here's what it means. The One is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. The One is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. One moment, please. Super. Sorry about that. Anyway, speaking of YouTube, we experience this through tarot card readings. When we get resonance or something and people are reading and it's our story or it feels like our story, this is the one. This is the one soul that we are all connected to. This is the Godhead around, creation. Whether mother or father or, I can't explain that, but because, we all resonate with tarot card readers, that's why we're looking for it. And so this soul that is with us or over us or guides us or nurtures us along, that connects to our soul that's within us. And I don't exactly understand what I'm trying to say. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing in a concept, in a distant galaxy. It's a concept we think in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a soulman reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness, resonating. We see that we're in the vastness, the ocean of consciousness. We see ourselves in there and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. If you are in the light and serving the truth, you serve and you love to serve, loves, accepts, and resonates. If you're in the dark, you want to ignore, you want to smite, you want to exclude. And we've all been there. We all been there. We all hurt sometimes and want to exclude and, keep certain peoples out of our lives, especially if they've hurt us, right? Right. And then to come to this, right? And then with the message of God. So here we go. We're ready to do it. I love you guys. Let us go with the Gaia deck. I've been working with her a lot lately, learning on understanding her meanings. But there's like 2-3 pages of different stuff, so it's a lot. So I'm doing my best, guys. Love y'all. Love y'all. This is a reading for all of us, and this is going to be about Creator's View, the one vastness. You know, it started somehow with one, whether it was the chicken or the egg, I don't know. It had to have been the chicken that laid the egg of light. Okay, so let's look at light and darkness. There was only darkness at first, they say, and then out popped the light, which would have been the egg, right? Is that right? And then the light had to grow and form in order to create and make stars and stuff like that, um, kind of following that geometric pattern. Oh my God, where are we at? We're so far back in time that it don't matter. But I just was questioning the chicken and the egg, and it kind of just popped out like that. Look at that integrity and knowledge. Yeah, so there had to be something that helped the light to separate itself out, to find itself, and that would have been its mother darkness that would have wrapped all around it, right? Nested it in little pockets and stuff throughout. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's see. The one. The one is the archetype. We are the one. That is the one. You're the one. I'm one. And we're all one of one. Self. We see ourselves out there in the collective consciousness. There are tarot card readers, and we are reflecting sometimes the best of ourselves, right? Sometimes the worst of ourselves. It all depends upon if you're focused in on your tarot card reader, then a lot of times she will be picking up on you and who you are and what you need to hear, right? Blue roses. This reminds me of the throat chakra opening up, the doves, dove of love, the white doves, the dragons whispering in her ear, ancient knowledge of the one, of the tarot, which we watch tarot because it's like news, right? It tells us what people are doing, what communities are at, their vibrational level, how they're feeling, what they're doing. And this is really beautiful because most people in doing that are focusing in on themselves. They're listening about their well-being, even though they already know what's going on with themselves. Um, Looking out through tarot in the collective helps them to ground that in, right, into themselves. We look for just confirmation. I love tarot. I've learned a lot through tarot. There's no doubt about it. It's been one of the greatest teachers, especially spiritual teachers, that I've had. So let's look into Gaia's book on self here. Okay, that's 14. Let's see what she has to say. La 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 la. I am. That's Aries. Really, truly. I was looking up Aries today, and their key word for Aries is I am. I am identity, self realization, self manifestation, center, peace, acceptance, being centered. Yeah. Yeah, centering oneself through the solar plexus, grounding, centering, and a higher perspective above all things. Yeah, I'd say that doves are like a crown now. That's the higher perspective, higher ideas, higher thought, higher mind, right? And her heart and solar plexus all lit up, centered right here, and the dragons keeping her calm, whispering in her ear. Yeah, that's beautiful. And that's where we're all kind of like sitting right now in the collective, right? We're all kind of listening, watching the weather, and we've seen it grow a lot, especially over the last few years, huh? It's really expanded a lot. Tarot has gotten, yeah, tarot is awesome. Okay, all right, all right. So, being involved with self, watching self, fascinated with self, right? Fascinated, watching how your life is expressed through someone else. That's pretty amazing. It is. Okay, next. It's because those of you who are seeing yourself out there, you have been working on your chakras. You have connected into the energetic centers of your being, which is connected into the collective consciousness. It's pretty simple, really. You're plugged in, basically, right? You're plugged in. Gee whiz. When you think about it, it's amazing. But look, plugged in, plugged in. Yeah. And not only are you plugged in, but look, helping to create the hammer and I don't know, maybe the instructions over here, fire. It's Aries again. We got that fire. Use that creative fire to push yourselves forward. Continue cleaning and working with your chakra centers because the more we do that and the more we connect into the overall collective with loving thoughts of who we are and what our intentions are to change the world, the more and more people and the higher the vibration will rise. We will just go up, 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 piggybacking off of each other, which there's nothing wrong with that because we're all working hard to get where we are. And if we can help each other to have more light, and what is more light? More information, more understanding, more wisdom, more knowledge, more love, more patience, more peace. God, I need patience and peace. Yeah, it's been rough around here for the last few days. I feel like the devil has sent all the minions to visit. And guess what? I sent them back. I don't play with you. Yeah. Anyway, but we are, and that could be a result, the minions or the people, I should call them that. This is people who are, I guess the word is karmics. That, people who don't understand uh, a gentle and loving and kind life. You know, people who, well, basically, our job as light workers, one of my jobs as a light worker is to be reflective, okay? So the first time that you're mean to me, I will be like, what? Why did you do that? And then if you can't explain to me why you've been mean to me or disrespectful or dishonorable or just outright rude, and then I'm going to kind of like, the next time you get that way with me, I'm going to be like a reflection. You're going to see yourself in me. And it's not, most people don't find it pretty who throw a bunch of projections upon me, ugliness, when I'm never rude to anyone. I'm kind and gentle. And I stay that way unless somebody steps out of line. And then, this something happens deep inside me that, that gentleness totally goes away. And whoever is at me at that time or after me, they literally meet themselves. And I will reflect them just back as they are, too. And it can get ugly, especially if they're real ugly, because I'm not afraid. I don't run. I lived on the streets most of my life. I'm a gangster in disguise. And so as they're coming at me and getting meaner and meaner, trying to break me, I'm kind of like standing up taller and taller, and I'm telling them exactly what they need to hear, whether they like it or not. You know, if you're a drug addict, or if you're, here trying to be somebody else's bully because they ain't got nerve enough to come and be their own, however it might show up. And I am not going to tolerate any of that. And I don't expect you guys to. So God told me that this helps these people. That when you reflect back to people the ugliness that they want to throw upon you, when you don't run from them, when you stand up and face them, not in a fist fight, but in a truth spell, I guess you could say, while they're being really mean and hateful to you when you've never ever done nothing to them, then you've known these people long enough to know that, you've seen them lie, you've seen them cheat. No, you ain't been a part of it, but you know what kind of gangsters these people are. They're not a real gangster. Real gangster don't have to lie, steal, or cheat. A real gangster manifests shit, makes shit happen, brings shit up out of nothing. Okay? And they wanted to come and cut down my flowers. They wanted to cut down all my sunflowers. And I think it's because they couldn't take pictures from the road off my porch now, because come to find out they've been spying on me, the people that own this house. So I started documenting them. I'm like, yeah, I don't know who you are. I pay my rent. Nobody said I did anything wrong. You're not cutting my flowers down, and neither are you taking out my corn. He wanted to pull it up. I wasn't planning on going here, but I did. I love you guys. Let's move on. So we are strong, and we have this beautiful, bright, shiny little child within us. And when we're in touch with our inner child and our chakra system, and we are balanced in our divine feminine and our divine masculine, we become, like we're out there. We're out there. We can see ourselves in tarot. We see ourselves in other people. In fact, when we think of other people and the things that are going on with them, we see ourselves when we were there at that time. These people, I've been them before. I have been there where they're at. Mad at the world, trying to do anything for money, working for people that rob from the poor and give to the rich. I've been there. But that doesn't mean they need to see where they are, and that's what I told them. I brought up their emotions. We've got 9 of Waters, emotions, and we got 10 of Swords. So I think this means they learned a lot. And God wanted me to let you guys know that you're allowed to pull out your darkness and meet darkness with darkness. Now, I'm not talking about a fist fight or anything. I'm talking about standing up in your power and speaking truth over people that they have done and created in their life, and then wanting to call me a dummy, right? Or you a dummy, or act as if we don't know what we're doing. And we're tired of that. There's an end to that airhead crap, come in here and just, stupid stuff just to try to be in control of somebody else. Now, if we run into these kind of people, we have to speak the truth to them. These are narcissists. These are people that are trying to take over the world. These people need to be faced, and they need to be told exactly who and what they are, and that you recognize and see them for who and what they are, and mirror that back to them in the best way you possibly can. It actually helps us to heal and them to heal. And this wasn't even my ex-narcissist. This was total not new narcissist, but hell, they live over the next mountain. What the hell are you doing in my house? Go home. Go home. Okay, so it's about, feelings and the end of that, bringing bad feelings. I've been laughing about it all morning. They think I'm a devil. Well, they saw themselves. Of course they think I'm a devil. If I'm an empath, so I'm going to take in whatever you're giving me. Most empaths hold it in, but I'm a high yoga. I hold it in for a minute, and then I'm like, put everything that I have into it, giving it back. Like my words hit and they hurt, and they're going to go deep. And you're going to learn not to talk shit to me, because I'm going to take my sword of truth and I'm going to cut your throat. And that's the only way to do it. And they call me a devil for that. Well, you know what? God needs devils too. God's over the devils as well. And if they want to think that I'm a devil, then that's their business. Most people think I'm an angel. Most people love me and appreciate me for who I am. But if you're a low level minion demon attitude person, yes, you will run from me thinking that I am a devil. And I've come to accept it. It's my role in life. I've been playing this role for about 10 years now. It's the role of karma. And yeah, I work with karma. I believe karma, which to me is just learning your lessons on how to treat people and follow the 12 universal spiritual laws, which are not hard. All it means is harm none, harm none, harm none. It's destiny. We're going to get to that place to where we don't treat people mean anymore, to where we can be kind and gentle, and we'll get kindness and gentleness back. But right now, the world is in a whirlwind, and it's we've got a little bit of work out there, and the only way we can do that is by empowering ourselves, knowing our truth, knowing our worth, and knowing that God is going to protect us in every situation. We are not here to bow down to the dark demons or dark energies, and be afraid. We are here to show them that the force of God, the creator of the universe, is with us, and we will eat you up. No, you cannot destroy energy. So I have to eat them little demons and transmute that energy into good. I use it as to the good of the collective. I share it down into the crystal grids. All extra energy that I don't use, I pull from the ethers to where the 12 monuments of the universal laws are, and I send them down to the crystal grid, because the dark matrix or the false matrix was based off the reflections they put into the crystals that go across the earth in circles around the earth, the crystal grids, the spirals from one end of the earth to the other, and probably this way too. The spirals that go through of crystals have been energized and programmed, and Tesla taught us that this can be so. So every day I work in being a bridge and pulling down ethers between me and sending them down into the crystal grid, integrity and perception to push out the energies of the dark matrix and break them down into, you know, dissolve them, push light into the darkness. We know that can be done, and when you do, the darkness is exposed and it's not dark anymore. We see the difference between good and evil. I do it with a lot of integrity too. Yeah, I got good aim, and you guys do too. Because listen, that's what we were put here for, right? We come down here to experience things and to experience the power of the Holy Spirit with us as we move forward in this life to change the world. We got to believe the impossible is possible. We got to believe we can do what others haven't done for a long time but was talked about. The mutants, those introverts, extroverts, just indigo. We're just, all these people have been named different things. That's us. Our intentions matter. If we intend to do something and make something better, then God is always behind it. Kick. There's no doubt about that. I've trained for years to get here because I didn't like the way this world was ruled. I'm not going to stay much longer, but my disability, I get SSI each month, was because I always got fired from jobs. I told you guys that. Okay, I have an authority figure problem, and it's no lie. It's like the minute somebody is no longer my equal and they stand over me or act like they're better than me or bossy, or bigger than me, or they're going to tell me what to do, man, I change and turn into this beast. But the minute I see somebody crying on a sidewalk and they're humble and they're broken, I will sit right down next to them and put my arm around them and, ask, can I help you? What can I do for you? I become them too. I get right down there with them. And so that's because that's what empaths do, right? We become and feel that which is all around us like an octopus. So if you notice this in you, understand you are a walking miracle. You are a walking miracle. You can help reflect a living reflection back to people of who they are and help them to heal and work through the things that hurt them, that broke them, by being there, by feeling it, helping them to transmute that. Your aim will always be right. Because when you have a good intention, the power of God behind that will come, whether you recognize it or not, because God is its own power. It's in all of us. It's the one. We are all part of the one. We all see ourselves within this collective through tarot card readings. We see ourselves. They mention special things that can only be for us, and we know that. They explain emotions and feelings we have. They help us understand ourselves, right? We know that. It's a beautiful thing. Creator is fabulous, right? The great creator, yeah, the great creator. And our creator, 21, perception. I get perception. It was like she was supposed to come back up to the light after 7,000 years, perception was, right? She could be peaking. She could be coming up again. We are moving into bringing equality between divine masculine and divine feminine, and that's what that's all about. This is mother of darkness, maybe, that gave birth to the light. The first chicken is what I'm thinking. The light was born out of darkness. Oh, look, there's an egg and a spider. Yeah, and don't she look like the Black Widow? I mean, she don't look like you want to mess with her. See, I don't mess with nobody. I never mess with anybody unless they mess with me. And then if they mess with me, it's game on. Hunger Games, baby. Hunger Games. Yep. Game on. I won't be taken out by the minions or the demons. No, sir. Growth, prosperity, manifesting. Eight of Pentacles, mastering. We're learning how to handle the powers that the Creator has given us, the powers of observation, the powers of empathy, which take a while to get that underhand, understand. Half my life I didn't even know who I was. I was everybody but me because I absorbed everybody's energy. Now I make sure I stay in my own energy. I've been in my own energy for about, able to still feel everybody's energy, but still stay in my energy. And to me, that's very important now. I don't like other people's energies. I like my energy. I have pretty good energy, and I try to share it with everybody. I love it. I know God blessed me with this energy. Had to. I mean, I came through the pits of hell, and here I am still smiling. And I know God was with me. I love it. I love it. Ah! And I got a lot of hell to go through yet, too. Okay. Yes, I'm insane. No, I'm not. Okay. So manifesting through this happiness, joy, being your true self, allowing you to sling those arrows if you need to. If people are rude, people are obscene, obsessive, bullies, narcissists, we need to be able to stand up to them face to face in the workplace, wherever. And I know it is a little scary. It really is. But if you walk in the power of truth, and if you're a God, I don't want to say God fearing, because God don't want us to fear God. God wants us to understand we're equal. We have power. We have power to protect ourselves. We have power to send our energy and use it as we need to, even in defense of ourselves. Such as reflecting back to people what they send to you. When you're face to face to somebody and they're, telling you what to do and that you're no good, and you're like looking at them like, what? I've walked thousands of miles on my feet and you slept your way through this shit. Don't talk to me, bitch. I didn't do that shit. I walked. So that means I'm meaner. That's right. Leave me alone, because I'm a gangster too. And that's what we got to tell them. They got to know this, right? These bullies, these narcissists that are ruling and everywhere. Mad people just mad about everything. And some of them have everything. Some of them have cars and houses and money and bank accounts. And I see these people mad and pissed off. I'm like, what the matter with you, man? Why you so mad? You got everything. Why you hate? Need to ask themselves, how did you get everything? Did you get it the right way? Are you doing the right thing for the right reasons? Because this will make you happy. When you know you've done the right thing for the right reasons, you can't help but be happy. You got no reason to go through your head. You got no reason to think about what you did or what you said. It just makes so much space within to be happy. Okay, I've rattled on. I love you guys. I love y'all so much. I love y'all because y'all still coming to see me and liking, and I'm an oddball. I don't read like the other people read. I don't know what I do. What I do know is that I love you, and I'm trying to teach everybody to be who you are. Be weird, be quirky, be unusual, be strong, trust and have faith that God has got a purpose for you. Like me, if my purpose ain't nothing more than to let people see who they are, that's not always fun either, because it can get intense, right? They're starting to holler at me, and then that intensity and fire builds up, and I have to turn around and give it back to them. It gets intense, but I am that warrior I was from the beginning. If you guys have watched my shows, you know my dad taught me to fight when I was 3, 4 years old for whatever reason. You know, I was told by my dad, don't you never throw the first strike. Don't you ever hit anybody first. And don't never say anything to anyone you wouldn't want to be said to you. That's what my dad taught me. And I live by those rules. Another thing my dad taught me is if you can read, you can learn to do anything. And these were the 3 rules that my dad gave me that mean more to me, that brought me further in life than anything. Taught me to fight, taught me never to give up, and he taught me respect and dignity for myself and others. Okay, I'm done. I love y'all. That's right. Be dignified, have self-respect. Don't allow people to mistreat you. Stand up for yourself, stand up for your right to be who you are without other people wanting to push over on you, because you guys are all beautiful. We're all beautiful, and we're here to change the world, even if we have to reflect ugly back to ugly things so that they can get a glimpse and an understanding of their actions and what it causes, or what some people ain't going to tolerate that, and we are those people. God's children ain't here to be messed with at this time. We've been through that, right? We played that era. Now at this time we come back, and no weapon formed against us shall prosper. No weapon formed against us shall take us out. And we shall drop the demons one by one by one. We will eat them. We will gobble them up. We will transmute them into the power of good, because that's all we can do with the energy is transmute it. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. If you're still here, you're awesome. Please like, share, subscribe. Bye bye.